Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Today, we shall take some selected items from accounting standard. So long I have told you accounting standard, AS, Ind AS, IFRS, then what else I told you? IAS, all these things I told. Now for your course become first semester, you are having only few Ind AS and only one AS to study in details. Actually, you have to study what is Ind AS, what is AS, all these details you are going to study. I told you that day how accounting standards are set in India. Those things are okay. But today, actually, let us concentrate on these few items. Please watch everybody. Please you can note down also. You are having this is course. I have taken these few items because these are very much in your course. Have you written it? Please write. Ind AS 101. You are having in course. You have to go into details of it. Ind AS 1, Ind AS 1, then Ind AS 2 and Ind AS 16. These are important for you. And one AS is there, AS 9, AS 9. So these five actually you have to go into the depth of it, and especially you have to go by the special features only. As per syllabus, you have to go to the by the special features of these accounting standards. Accounting standard, I told you that when a company is formulating their making its balance sheet, then they have to follow the accounting standard. And earlier accounting standard in India was known as only AS. And then Ind AS is introduced, and a company which was following Ind AS for a AS for a long time, and then they are converting into Ind AS. At that time, it is known as transition. From one system to another system, transition. So at the time of transition, which Ind AS is used? 101. Ind AS 101. I told you that day. Ind AS 101 is for transition from AS to Ind AS. So it is known as first time adoption of Ind AS. So I told you that day, first time adoption means earlier you were doing what? AS, and now you are doing Ind AS. So when you convert from one system to another system, then how to convert, how to transit, how to go for transition, all these rules are given in Ind AS 101. So I told you that Ind AS 101 means first time adoption of Indian accounting standards, means Ind AS. This is Ind AS, first time adoption. The rules for first time adoption is given in 101. So you have to learn the details of 101, special features of 101. So far as your syllabus is concerned, is given here. You have to learn the special features. Yes, is given a special features of first time adoption of Indian accounting standard, Ind AS 101, and salient features. And then in the syllabus it is given salient features of Indian account standards, Ind AS 1, Ind AS 2, Ind AS 16 and AS 9. So what are these things? Let us go one by one, 2 minutes, so that you can remember which signifies what. So Ind AS 101, we understand what is it? First time adoption of Indian account standard. What are the rules for first time adoption, for transition from one system to another system? Earlier it was AS, now we are going for Ind AS. So in the first year, what are the things to be done? All these rules are given in Ind AS 101. Now let's go by Ind AS 1. Ind AS 1, you please write presentation of financial statements. Ind AS 1, it deals with presentation of financial statements. Presentation of financial statements. So those features we are going to learn, but at the beginning you just see what is the item that is dealt with in Ind AS 1. Just there may be question in like fill up the gaps or true false, this type of question. You can answer all these questions if you know the meaning of it, what is what. See, earlier AS1 was there. So AS1 meant disclosure of accounting principle. But now Ind AS 1 Ind AS 1 means presentation of financial statements. So in the set of account standard known as Ind AS, the items are changed. Certain items are even not changed. Same numbering is there. I'll show you. And most of the items are changed. So Ind AS 1 deals with what? Presentation of financial statements. And Ind AS 2, please write Ind AS 2, valuation of inventories. Ind AS 2, this deals with inventory valuation. And AS 2 was also valuation of inventories. AS 2, it was also valuation of inventories. AS 2. So it is Ind AS 2, it is same remaining inventories. And then you are having, just what you are having, I am telling those things you are having here. Ind AS 16. Ind AS 16 is very, very important and very interesting point. Ind AS 16, I'll be telling you about in detail in Ind AS 16. See, Ind AS 16 earlier was Ind AS 10. Earlier it was Ind AS 10. AS 10, sorry, AS 10. AS 10 and Ind AS 16, these define the same thing. What is the same thing? I have to tell you something about it. See, before that, I want to give you one concept. Do you understand what is it? It's very popular during the COVID-19, isn't it? Personal protection equipment, isn't it? Even Assam purchased aeroplane full of PPE and brought in Guwahati. You have seen during last 7-8 months back, isn't it? PPE, personal protection equipment, all these things. We are having PPE. Before that, you please see the background of this standard. If I ask you what is fixed asset, what is your answer? Anybody please? I ask you what is fixed asset. Anybody please answer? What is fixed asset? Anything you know.
Which is fixed for a long time.
Okay. Fixed assets are fixed for long time. You have said long term means more than 1 year. So you have purchased something for more than 1 year using. So you use it for more than 1 year. It is not that you are purchasing this asset for sale. You have not purchased this asset for sale. If you purchase something from sale and that is not sold, that is stock or inventory. Inventory is a better word, unsold goods. This is dealt in Ind AS 2 and even AS 2 was there about inventories, means unsold goods. So when you purchase something for selling out, it is inventory or current asset. You can say current asset. If it is not sold, then it is inventory or stock. We say better word is inventory. Now if you purchase something for a long term use, not for the tendency, you are not having any tendency to sell it out, that is fixed asset. Some people, if I ask what is fixed asset, they say, sir, fixed asset means building. Fixed asset means plant and machinery. That is not the answer. That is not the answer. Fixed asset means those assets which you purchase for long-term use. Clear? Even building may be current asset. Even land may be current asset. Suppose a person purchases building and sells building, purchases land and sells land, is dealing in land or building or furniture, for him it is current asset. Agreed? Even if building may be current asset, because a person is purchasing building and his business is to purchase building and sell building like that. But what is the tendency? You purchase something not for selling out immediately, but for using it for long time in your organization. That is fixed asset. That is the concept actually. Anyway, now you understand what is fixed asset. There is no doubt about it. So earlier AS 10 used to, see, AS 10 used to deal with all fixed asset. AS 10 was dealing with all fixed asset. Earlier the system before Ind AS came, if you say what is AS 10, your answer would have been fixed asset. Even now, if anybody asks you what does AS 10 mean, you'll say fixed asset. But from 1/4/2016, let me see the date, from 1/4/2016, from 1/4/2016, after that, if you say AS10 means fixed asset, then it will be wrong. But it means fixed asset. It means fixed asset, but you cannot write fixed assets. You should write PPE, property, plant, and equipment. Property, plant, and equipment. This is PPE. Property, plant, and equipment. Not personal protection equipment for COVID-19. Property, plant, and equipment. This is AS10 and this is, IND AS16. So earlier it was in 10 and now it is in AS16. If you talk about IND AS, it will be 16. If you talk about AS, it is 10. But AS10 before 1/4/2016, this was fixed asset. This was fixed asset. But after 1/4/16, this fixed asset term you cannot use. The term fixed asset you cannot use. This is the effect of IFRS. I told you there is an effect of IFRS. And from 1/4/16, the companies in India having net worth more than 500 crores, they are to use IFRS in their accounts. And the companies which are not to use IFRS, they are to use IND AS. And from 1/4/17, the companies which are having net worth more than 250 crores, they are compelled to follow IFRS. From 1/4/17, 250 crores. From 1/4/16, it was 500 crores. So more details are there. You see my video. I told you, gave you one video, schedule 3, about how the company balance sheet is changed. That way I have given a video, I've shared, but that is very much relevant for the second semester. But you can refer, no problem. You can get to know these things also, how the things are getting changed. So earlier it was fixed asset and now it is property, plant and equipment, PPE. Remember PPE means what? So earlier fixed asset was dealt with by AS10 and from 1/4/16, this AS10 is dealing with same fixed asset but not known as fixed asset. It is known as property, PPE, property, plant and equipment. So that is about AS. But regarding IND AS, no date etc. Whenever IND AS came, because the effect of IFRS effect is there, so they are directly using PPE. And the number has changed. The number is not 10, it is 16. So if anybody asks you what does IND AS 16 mean or deal with, you shall say property, plant and equipment. That is inside actually fixed asset only. There is no doubt about it. It's fixed asset only, but we don't call it is fixed asset. The term is changed. The term is changed. The long background from IFRS and all these things, they are now using property, plant and equipment instead of fixed asset. The term fixed asset should not be used. But meaning is same. Under property, plant and equipment, you should be writing again land, building, etc., plant and machinery and furniture. All fixed assets only will be coming here. Instead of fixed asset, you can say non-current asset. The assets which are not current, which are fixed means non-current. Those assets will be coming, but the heading will not be fixed asset. Heading will be what? PPE. Okay. Now I thought about what was the necessity of changing the term like this? What was the necessity of changing from fixed asset to property, plant and equipment? It means all the same. Is it the purpose that the students should get confused or people should get more troubles? Is it for that? I've thought and searched somewhere and studied, and ultimately I have found the idea why the name is changed. Think from a philosophical point of view. In the world, nothing is fixed. Think from that point of view. Why do you call it a fixed asset? Nothing is fixed in the world. And commerce students and accounting students will understand better, because all the assets are subject to depreciation. So if you say within the 1 year you purchase and use it up or sell it out, current asset in more than 1 year, it is fixed asset. But even if you purchase for using more than 1 year, that is going to be affected by depreciation. I understood that way actually. Depreciation, everything will be finished off. Think of the civilization of Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Indus Valley civilization. Still those remains are there. All are ruined. Nothing is left. So this year 5,000 years old civilization gone, everything. Even this building may not have been there after 500 years. This building may not be there. You don't know. This is depreciation. So from that point of view, do you think anything is fixed in this world? Nothing is fixed. Nothing is fixed. Think properly. From that concept, from that philosophy, they are not calling it fixed asset. No longer calling it fixed asset. They are calling it property, plant and equipment. Property, plant, equipment. It's covering everything, all non-current assets. So after so much of discussion, you need not write so many things in examination just to remember what Index 16 mean. It's fixed asset, but don't call it fixed asset. You call it what? Property, plant and equipment. This is a great change in the balance sheet. It has come from 11th of October 2018. This change has come. Some more little bit of changes are there. I put in my other video which I talked about schedule 3 of the balance sheet you need in become second semester. So that is property, plant and equipment is called now. So why I told you so much of story, because I wanted to share this thing. But from the story, even if you forget everything, but one thing you should never forget, that AS now 10 now does not mean fixed asset. AS 10 is now called property, plant and equipment. And if you say Index 16, it is property, plant and equipment. Is clear? Index 16 means what? Property, plant and what? Equipment. So Index 16, you have understood Index 16. And after that, what else is there? Index 16 I have told you. Index 2 I have told you. It deals with valuation of closing stock and inventories. But one item is given in your course. This is AS9. AS9 is given in your course. This is not index. Even in index there is no 9. You see, index 10 is there, index 11 is there. In between there is no 9. Index 9 is not there. But AS9 is there. So what is AS9? That you need to know first, and the special features. Of course, you should have to know the special features of AS9. AS9, it means AS9, I am writing it for you. Please remember, it means revenue recognition. This thing is included in AS9. You understand what is revenue? The regular flow of money, inflow of money, the money that regularly comes to your business is inflow of money, regularly, recurringly. That is, suddenly you sell some fixed asset, that is not revenue. See, fixed asset you did not purchase for resale, but suddenly for some reason you can sell it. That is not revenue, that is capital receipt. But regularly you are selling the goods that you are dealing in. Suppose you are having a books business. So regularly you are selling books, that is revenue, that's sale. Regularly, suppose you are a cloth seller, you are regularly selling cloths, that is revenue. You are regularly getting commission, is revenue. The money which you regularly get, recurringly get, is revenue. Now, there is a very big issue. See, whatever money comes to your business, all are not revenue. Some are capital. You have learned in become second semester also, in non-trading organization. There are certain capital items, certain revenue items. You must have studied. Capital items go to balance sheet. Revenue items comes to income statement. It may be profit and loss account, it may be income and expenditure account. So all revenue items are recorded in profit and loss account. So what is capital receipt and what is revenue receipt? It's a very, very important point. Because if there is some mistake, then income tax payment will be disturbed. Profit will be disturbed. So which item of receipt is capital and which item of receipt is revenue is of vital importance. Very, very utmost importance. This one. Because if you treat a capital item as revenue and revenue item as capital, there will be mistake. Because capital items go to balance sheet and revenue items come to statement of profit and loss or profit and loss account. What I mean, baby. So if there is a mistake, then profit will be disturbed. So accounting AS9 will determine which is revenue item, how revenue is recognized, and which item of money received should be recognized as revenue. because only revenue items will be coming in the income statement. So I have told you very briefly, later on I'll be taking one by one all the items, all these items I'll be taking one by one, and then you'll be finding it better. But now for your course, only these things are, only this much is given in the syllabus, only these items you have to study. So that's why I have taken these items, and you can understand what these items mean, each of this item mean. You should remember at least one mark clear to you before going to the special features or before going to the actual description of the standard. You should know what it means. Straight away anybody can ask you, what does AS9 mean? You say it means revenue recognition. If anybody asks you, what does Ind AS 1 mean? So it means presentation of financial statement. What does Ind AS 101 mean? The first time adoption of Ind AS, isn't it? That way you should remember. What does Ind AS 2 mean? It relates to valuation of inventories, etc. So that way this point is clear, and this is only given in your syllabus, this much. You have to go in details to this much. So with this, let us close this video, and I'll be taking one more item, the next figures, one by one items I'll be taking again. And I've given you a very big, very beautiful background of why fixed asset is not used now. The term fixed asset is not used in balance sheet of companies. You can use it in sole trader and partnership. I don't mind, nobody minds it. There also you should not use. But in company it is mandatory that you should not use fixed asset, the term fixed asset. You should not use in the balance sheet also. You should use property, plant and equipment. I've told you the background. So thank you.